Well, welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. I'm Wyatt.
Justin.
Today we're taking a look at the Patel Edicion Unico, and it has a date on it, March 28th, 2011. I'm not sure what that means.
This is March or May?
May. Mine said May.
Oh yeah, May 28th.
Yeah.
Probably the day it was issued, I guess.
Made or issued? Yeah, I'm not sure. But beautiful looking stick. Really, really nice, smooth wrapper. It kind of has that I don't know, powdery feeling after you take your fingers away of, like there's still some tobacco residue in your hands. But really, really nice cigar. Let's see. Off the aromas, on the wrapper, there's almost like a freshly cut grass or something aroma. That's kind of bizarre, but very, very nice. And then on the foot, yeah, that and maybe a little bit of like dry earth. No chocolate, no earth or any earth. I mean, just a little bit of earth, but looks good. Just
very nice, very smooth. Mostly smooth. It's got a very nice fine tooth to it. That's got like a very, very fine sandpaper. Seams are done well. Nice firm pack. Just overall looks like a gorgeous looking cigar. I agree. On the wrapper, the aroma is very fresh. Very, I don't know if it's grass. I would say almost like walking through, almost like floral, like walking through flowers for me. It's very floral. Very, very nice. And off the foot, I still get that, but I do pick up like a dry earth and maybe a bit of like powdered sugar for me. It's actually very nice off the foot for me. But let's get it cut up and toasted up and see how it goes. Except all those lighters and stuff from my pocket. Bad cut for me. It's got a little bit of hurry.
Definitely let kind of like a subtle pepper to this cigar. It sneaks up on you. Just kind of coats your tongue. I wasn't really expecting that, but really that's all I get on the first puff. Maybe a little bit of earth, but that's pretty much it. How about you?
Well, I don't really pick up a lot of pepper. Maybe a faint bit on the finish right now. But for the most part, it's like a very, I can't really place it. It's very mild. There's definitely a typical mild or mild to medium tobacco. Maybe a bit of earth, but I'm not getting a whole lot off those first few puffs. But I kind of charred it a little bit, I think, so that might be into it, and I kind of messed up my cut. But I'm sure it'll change. Patel does very, very good cigars, so. Let's get into the first third, see how it goes.
Oh, we're about 10 minutes into this Patel Edicion Unico. Good cigar so far. Hasn't really been any flavors that have jumped out and grabbed me. So far that pepper is still there. It's kind of subdued, but it's still definitely there in the finish. I'm getting a lot of, I guess, cedar, and some general earth. Justin's been mentioning this burned sugar taste and kind of this sweetness to the cigar that I'm just not getting. But yeah, like I said, I mean, good flavors, but nothing's really jumped out and grabbed me so far. And I'm hoping that as we get into the second half, something will come out. But yeah, excellent construction. I mean, really, really, really nice construction. Excellent burn. Ash holding together really well, so no complaints.
Yeah, it's performing really well. No burn issues. Draw has been good. My only construction issue was up here by the cap, and I cut it poorly, and that's why it kind of unraveled there for a minute. But really well. It's about a medium in body, about a medium in strength. Flavors, yeah, I guess that like a cedar or some sort of wood. But for me, the two main flavors is a slight pepper. It kind of sits on the middle of your tongue. It goes well into the finish, and and the finish I start picking up, as what I said, like a burnt sugar, like not necessarily caramelized, but kind of like a burnt sugar. Very slight, but it's actually really pleasant. I really enjoy that flavor. The finish for me is pretty decent. But let's get into the second third, see if we get any changes.
Well, we're about halfway. No real flavor changes for me. I mean, I'm still getting the same, a little bit of spice, a little bit of earth, a little bit of cedar. So I guess it's sort of a one-note cigar in that way, but I might have spoken too soon about construction. There's a piece of the wrapper here towards the cap that's been slowly unraveling, and I think it's just going to get worse. And then right underneath the burn, it's really, really hot and spongy, and I'm kind of afraid that it's just growing like that throughout the rest of the cigar, because it is getting just really hot, and I don't want those hot cigar flavors. But regardless, good cigar so far. Not as complex as I would have hoped, but typical Rocky Patel. Very good flavors.
Yeah, same thing with mine. I might have spoke a little bit on construction as well. Right here in the end, I've got starting to unravel, and a little worried it might be tunneling a little bit, but I'll touch it up and see how it's going. Still medium in body, medium in strength. Flavors, no change. I still get like a burnt sugar or burnt, burnt sugar on the finish. It's still very pleasant. A little bit of, I guess, cedar or wood, and still getting a tiny bit of pepper, but it's definitely subdued. It's almost gone, but still just a bit there. So far, I mean, it's a really good cigar. I was hoping for a little more. I mean, it's Edicion Unico. I mean, there's supposed to, it's supposed to be this, kind of rare, hard to get cigar, and it's good. It's not blowing my mind. But let's get into the final third, see if we get any changes.
Well, we're at the final third. The cigar's gotten a little bit spongy for me in this final third, and that piece of the wrapper that's been unraveling hasn't unraveled anymore, but I could tell it's going to be a problem, so I'm going to have to put it out here. But yeah, this last half, I got kind of a 360 change in terms of taste. I got a real dark roast coffee, almost like a bitter coffee. And it was a nice change. I wasn't expecting it, but completely changed from that. And I guess maybe that was that sweetness that Justin was talking about. Maybe I just got it this last third, but yeah, that pepper was gone. I guess that woodsiness and earth were gone, just replaced by a nice, real dark roast coffee. But good cigar. It wasn't as complex as I would have hoped, but at the same time, it was fairly complex, and the flavors kept me interested. I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this cigar, I give it a 7. It's something I'd like to smoke again, just to see if I got anything different or whatever. I've been trying to think of a good time to smoke this cigar. We usually recommend that, and I guess at the end of your day would probably be the best time, because it is fairly heavy, and it's something that warrants your attention. Definitely too heavy for the morning, and it is a little bit more complex and pricey, I guess, so you wouldn't want to take it out on the golf course or anything, but yeah, a good solid 7. I'd say smoke this at the end of your day with a cup of coffee, and it'll do you just fine.
Yeah, it's a good cigar. Always been around a medium in body, medium in strength. Flavors, yeah, they kind of picked up in this in the second half of the cigar. I picked up something like a sweet coffee, sweet bitter coffee. Finish was very nice, always very pleasant, even in the first third when it was just kind of that burnt sugar for me and a little bit of pepper. The pepper is completely gone, and it's just a very nice stick. It is fairly complex. I was hoping for a little bit more, but overall, yeah, I'd smoke it again. I definitely, I'd keep it in my rotation. It's a good cigar. I'd agree with a 7. The one little construction issue I had kind of burned through just fine. It did tunnel there for a little bit, but I got it all figured out. But for the most part, it's a good cigar. I definitely recommend giving it a whirl, and yeah, I'd keep it around in my humidor, maybe a 5-pack or something. I don't think I'd buy a box of them, but I'd keep a few around. But in conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. And until next time, smoke them if you got them.